Hello, welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are a subscriber. Today I will be making 6 cards from the Spellbinders card kit of the month from February 2022 with 5 different designs. I really wanted to use the sentiments from the stamp pack this month quite a bit. I haven't used too much of the dies yet, but I'm not finished with the card kit, so who knows. For my first card, I wanted to use yellow because I think that yellow is very beautiful, and I think it goes well with a lot of the pinks from this pattern paper. So I did add a few details to the inside of this card already. I always like to use the majority of the card kit. Try to get the most out of it. Therefore, I don't have any leftover pieces and make my cards as interesting as possible. Since I already put the globe inside of the card, I won't be making a sister card for this kit. I did want to make a thank you card because I use thank yous quite often. And I thought with the globe and the sentiment, thank you so much, I could turn this into maybe a teacher thank you card. I am a kindergarten teacher and I need a lot of school thank you cards because people are generous and sometimes you just need a thank you card on hand. So I will adhere some of that liquid glue to the back of the chipboard sentiment, thank you so much, and place a school, not a school block, a stamping block over that sentiment just to push it down a little bit more evenly. And with the ephemera, I decide to put the globe on the left there and the flower on the right. And I'm going to use just a scrap of that peachy, orangey peachy colored cardstock from my stash just to frame the thank you so much. Just going to glue down now all of my ephemera to the card. Just 2 pieces on this card. It's not too dense, but with the background I thought that these ephemera pieces went well. I did want the sentiment to stand out. That's why I am using some of that peach orange colored cardstock. I find that using the spring-loaded scissors for fussy cutting or doing just a little bit of trim work like this, it's really easy and fairly quick. And a little bit less effort because the scissors open by themselves, which seems kind of lazy, but if you have to cut out something detailed, it is really helpful. And I'll center that in the middle of the card. And I will be adding some sequins to this card, as usual. I'm curious to know how many people have gone through and started using their February kit. I know sometimes people kind of hang on to the kits and wait till later, or life gets busy, but let me know. Have you started using your February kit, or would you like to start using your kit after watching videos like this? When I first started getting card kits, I would watch videos similar to this and just kind of get inspiration and then open my own and start creating myself. I found it kind of helpful. My next card will be using some of the greens from the kit. I did pull out the ephemera Hope and a scrap just to put in the inside. And I'm using a brown piece of cardstock. And I took the striped pattern paper and put the green leafy pattern paper on top, and then used a scrap of the striped pattern paper and put it on the bottom of my paper because I would like that to be somewhat of a ground for a tree that I'm going to be putting on the bottom. I did use some of the foam squares to pop it up and give it a little bit of dimension for the tree, and I will adhere it to the bottom there and just kind of push it down a little. And I do have a chipboard sticker of hang in there. I thought that that went well with the sentiment hope in the inside. Maybe would use this as a get well card, or someone who's maybe having a tough time as a card of encouragement. With my liquid glue, I'm going to adhere that on the bottom, kind of in between the two stripes. And anytime I have a chipboard sticker like this with that hole, I do usually try to put something in there, whether that be a string or a gem of some kind. Sometimes sequins are a little too big. This one was kind of bending, so I'm using some of my stamp blocks to set it down. Today I'm going to use a little bit of a pearl gem. Does anyone else have random shapes of stamp blocks? I know I do. I've got a few from different people over time, so that's why I have odd shapes, but I usually end up using my Misty when stamping anyway, but oh well. With the art glue, Barely Art, I'm going to put a little pearl in that center of hang in there, and I was trying to find my gem picker, so it took me a minute there. I always try to get the gem or pearl to be right side up so I can just set it in nice and quick. And it doesn't really look like a pearl because it kind of looks like a glue blob right now, but if you look closely, it does have a pearl in there. I did make a sister card for this one, and I had made it a little different, so it's pretty close. It just says sending my love on the bottom with the hope. I did wish I grounded this tree in some way, but maybe I could add a small piece of pattern paper underneath that other tree. In the next card, I wanted to create a little bit of a table scene. I already have my pattern paper and cardstock down, and I put a candle inside with a little bit of scrap. And I'm going to use a small piece of scrap paper from another piece of paper from the kit to act as a table or some kind of a setting for my scene. It's the same length as, I'm really trying to lay it down. It was kind of sliding around. This is going to be acting as a table, and created a little frame here with some foam and backup, and I used the sentiment let's catch up soon. I did use only one layer of foam, so the sequins aren't moving as much as I would like them to. I think using at least two is a little better, but if you'd like to see how I create shaker cards, you can watch the next video where I feature more of the process of how to make a shaker card. I do enjoy making shaker cards. I think they just add more of an interactive element to the card, but they can be a little bit thicker and heavier, so just warning. That chipboard sticker of that coffee, a little latte, is really fun. I wish that there was more than just one of them in the kit because I would have definitely used that. It reminds me of my first stamp set that I bought from Lawn Fawn, which was the Thanks a Latte with the little faces on the marshmallows. I was just thrilled. And with my shaker, I did use some gold sequins from another old card kit and the sequins from this kit as well. I like that pattern paper in the background. It kind of looks like a fun wallpaper. And with my shaker cards, I usually either fold the card in half or put something else in the envelope just so it's not bending too much. But if you hand deliver it, it shouldn't be an issue. And that completes the card. Actually, I'm going to put on some sequins, it looks like. I love adding sequins. I think it just adds a little bit of sparkle and a little more fun. Then again, I do work in odd numbers typically. So I put on 5 glue spots, so I'm going to put on 5 sequins. It's kind of fun how the sequins look on this card because it almost looks like the shaker card is kind of exploding. It sounds like a nightmare if you use glitter in your shaker cards, but I don't know. I have sequins all over my house because I feel like they get stuck to me, and then I walk around and, oh, there's a sequin on the floor. And that completes this card. For my last card, I wanted to use a lot of the florals and flourishes, I'm not sure, from the kit, and make a very full looking card. So for my background, I'm going to use just a simple cardstock. And I've arranged my ephemera kind of how I would like it, and I used a bit of washi tape just to hold them together for now. And I'm going to slide my gold pieces where I'd like them to be, and just take off that big piece that I have kind of stuck together here and adhere my gold flourishes down. Going to use liquid glue again on this part just in case I need to slide anything around or rearrange something or kind of scooch something over. I end up not needing to in this card, but you can. I was very surprised at the amount of florals and flourishes that came in this kit. It was very floral. So I wanted to really use them together and kind of make a little nest for these swans. Even though I'm pretty sure swans don't nest in beautiful flowers. I'd probably squish them since they're such a large bird, but it's okay. It's just art, right? My stamp block again is coming in very handy here. Now I'm going to remove the washi tape, and I usually don't press down too hard with this, so I don't have issues with ripping most of the time, but it can happen. I know sometimes people use the cling wrap, I think. I haven't tried that just because I have washi tape and cling wrap seems a bit bulky in my art area here, so I haven't tried it yet. I don't really feel like I want to because I have the washi tape and that works well, or that purple craft tape, which also works pretty good. So I don't really feel like I want to, but never say never. And I will put sequins on this card again. I like how the sequins look like a different sequin with that cardstock behind them just because it's so dark. It's kind of like there's two different kinds. I do like the way that the Barely Art glue is working. I've made several cards using it now, and I don't think it's, any more, like anything more special than the art glitter glue. Besides the price, I mean, it's not as expensive as the art glitter glue. The needle that goes in this one is very long, so maybe that's the difference. I don't know, but to me both work the same. But if it's gonna work the same and one's way more expensive, I'm definitely gonna go with the cheaper option, because why not save a little money if you can? And that little sentiment, miss you, is going to go on the bottom there. I did make a sister card for that swan card, but it didn't make it to the video. Sometimes that happens. So that completes all of the cards for this video. So if you would like to subscribe to the channel to see more videos about Spellbinders, either the card kits or some of the other monthly subscriptions, I'm going to be doing those in the near future, probably for March, but they will be coming out late March, just so you're aware. I have a little bit difficulty getting things sometimes, but that's okay. So come on back later and you'll see more videos. I'm not quite done with the February kit, so there will be more videos from that kit coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.